Hi everyone, Fenris Models here, and today we are going to be doing an unboxing review of Tamiya's Brewster F2A-2 Buffalo in 1/48 scale. I got this on eBay the other day, just kind of I found it and thought it was going to be a little fun little kit. So why don't we open up and take a look inside. This is a little bit of an older kit. The box breaks as I'm recording. The original tooling of this was in 1974, and I'm pretty certain this is one of the earlier runs of the kit, and you'll see why here in a second. All of the parts are loose, they're not in a bag. This is not how it came. I actually went ahead and removed it out of the bag, partially because I saw that there were some items that had broken loose from their sprues, and I wanted to make sure I got them set aside. So we'll take a look at that here in a minute. But first we are going to begin with the instructions, as we usually do. A special little goodie there that you might have noticed. Now, one thing it did come with, this is entirely in Japanese, and while I am learning Japanese, I still don't actually know it, but it looks like to be just a little ad of some kind. I thought this was kind of very curious, some of these products there. I have no idea what's going on with those. Some kind of like robot-y thing. I don't know. That looks really interesting. It did come with a nice color call-out page. I always like it when companies do these little poster style call-outs, even if again it's mostly in Japanese. Oh, they're nice. Yeah. It's neither here nor there. And then we have the instructions, and this is part of the reason why I say I believe, apologies, the focus isn't great. One of the reasons why I say this is one of the older ones, older runs of the kit, because this has no English in it whatsoever. Usually Tamiya they'll include a sheet that's normal. Well, sorry, not normal. They'll include a sheet that is in Japanese, and then normally they'll also include a sheet that is in English, well, with all other languages on it, essentially. But this one's entirely in Japanese. It doesn't have that in there, but I don't think it's that much of an issue. Everything's still pretty straightforward. You build a few kits, you kind of have that basic feel for it. What's going to be tricky is the paint callouts. However, Scalemates does have the English version of the instructions uploaded to their website, so I will be using that as well. So there's that. And then here we got the decals. You can see there's a good bit of yellowing that's going on there. That'll be easily remedied. Actually, some of the yellowing is already starting to fade from when I had opened it. That's interesting. But yeah, just taping this in a window should, for a few days in direct sunlight, what that'll do is that will start to reduce the yellowing that has happened. I'm not sure why UV light does it. I'm pretty certain I've seen before that you can take, like, if you have like a UV lamp for like resin curing or something like that, you can use that as well. I haven't tested that, so don't take that as gospel truth, but yeah, that'll be interesting. And then it also included this. Now, Tamiya used to, ages ago, include their own plastic cement in their kits. Obviously it's a very small amount, but it's still pliable, which means it actually may be usable. I don't know. I may give that a test. I'm very curious, but of course there's no cap, so it's, once you pop it open, you use it, So anyway, I thought that was very interesting. But on to the parts. Now, this is going to be another reason why I say I think this is one of the earlier runs for this, because First off, there is a good bit of recessed panel line. There are some raised, but most of the panel lines are recessed, which is pretty good. But as you can see, we got a little bit of flash right there, but that's pretty easy to clean up. There's not a ton of flash. Everything is pretty crisp, which again leads me to believe that this was printed when the kit was still new, or when the tooling was still new, excuse me. There we go. So yeah, where we saw there was some of that flash, it, looks like it's going to be very minimal. So yeah, that was a little bit of a pleasant surprise. Again, this is an older kit. I was expecting it to have more issues with that. So yes, first two sprues, as you can see, are just the wings, and on the next one here we have 1/2 the fuselage. We have bombs, wheels, stabilizers, nose cone, landing gear, prop. Again, all of this in pretty good detail. Not a whole heck of a lot of flashing. So then the last non-clear sprue we have, and the bit of the fuselage. So yeah, you can see what I mean, where we have recessed panel lines, but raised what do you call those? Rivets. So very curious. We got the engine block, we got the cowling, the prop. Comes with a figure, which again, let's see if we can get that. There we go. Pretty crisp detailing on that figure there. So yeah, overall I'm looking forward to getting to this build. And then here's the clear bit. As you can see, lost some parts there, so it's only these couple pieces. I'm gonna open up the bag specifically. I want to get the canopy piece, because one issue that one thing I'm seeing that's going to be an issue, it's really hard to see, but the canopy frame lines there, you can see like there's 1, there's 2, 3, they are very, very low profile. Very, like, it's not on the inside, it's very much on the outside, and they're very little, so that's going to be very interesting to clean up. It's going to be hard to mask, but we'll see how it goes. But considering it just fell off the sprue, it doesn't look like there's actually much damage to the part, easy to clean up, where it popped off at, so I'm not too terribly stressed about that. So we have 2 instances of a canopy. I'm not really sure what the difference is. The seat, and the last bit is a pilot. Excuse me. Yeah, which again, relatively clean. I mean, there's going to be some cleaning that's going to need to be done. I'm going to need to get that seam line off. In fact, I think that right there is, let's see, can I get back on? Probably the worst instance of flash is right there, but overall not bad for a kit from the 70s. And again, part of the reason why I think that this may actually be closer to one of the original, not original, but one of the earlier runs of it. So yeah, overall, I am very excited to build this. I think it's going to be pretty good. I will probably be doing it up in either the US Navy version or the Royal Air Force version here. As much as I like the let's see. Oh yeah, that was one thing. It doesn't actually have all of the schemes on the outside. It's just, there it is. There's the Netherlands East Indies version. But so I guess it does ultimately have all the color schemes. But I think I'm actually probably going to be going with the RAF version. I don't know that though. We'll see what I end up doing. So, but yeah, I am excited to build this one. I hope that you enjoyed this little walkthrough, and yeah, stay safe and keep modeling.